Hello everybody, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, and on today's video, rewrite your past, present and future. Opposites don't exist. Also, if you do like my content, thank you for joining. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Please hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section below or drop me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Now for today's video, reality creation and story. Now a lot of text there, but I really felt like just ad-libbing as I was going here. I have it, you can read it, it's good. I made it. But I really want to explain something here very deeply. And it came from this idea of watering plants, actually, because I had to do some gardening yesterday, right? All happening now in my experience and filtering expression of what I refer to as yesterday. Think about this affirmation. I am watering plants. I'm sitting here right now, in this moment of now, in this video. I'm probably doing something else if you're watching this, because obviously time is not linear and we experience things in different manners, in different ways. I am watering plants. What's that mean? What does it mean? It means, as you are imagining it, there exists a version of you who is just watering plants. Very simple, very succinct, exactly that. So whatever you affirm, imagine and assume your reality to be is what you are literally experiencing. It can't be something else. It's the same thing with relationships, with people, the same thing with driving cars. It's each unique story is having a shower, a bath. It is the having of a shower, of having a bath, eating dinner, eating breakfast. They're all distinctions. So the affirmation that you are referring to is a distinct thing that you are referring to. So when you say I am healthy, wealthy, free and in love, each and every one of us has a different version of what we would consider I am healthy, wealthy, free and I am in love. Someone else's healthy lifestyle is different from someone else's. Someone else's I am in love is different from someone else's. Someone else's I am wealthy is different to someone else's, because it's all your unique expression of reality. While we all might consider certain things this version of reality. For example, if somebody gave you $1 million, you would say, I am a millionaire. Most people would say that, right? So whatever you experience will be referred to the story you are telling. And it will be obvious to you. It doesn't matter if slight details shift. So I'm watering plants, and the plants in my imagination and the ones I physically see switch directions. Unless it matters to me, like the color of a couch, for example. Unless it matters to me, it doesn't change the meaning of the story that I would actually feel. Like if I go to the gym. If I go to the gym and I train, but I train in a different order than I normally did, if I imagine myself doing, it doesn't change the story I am training. I am at the gym. So I'm in Barbados. It doesn't matter if you got there. Well, to him it mattered if he got there first class, because that's what his desire was, right? I'm in Barbados and I went first class. That was the whole idea. Non-limiting expression of that idea. But at no point was he experiencing a story he wasn't telling. And that's the point. You are always experiencing the story that you are telling. Now, especially with the watering the garden here, right? And I thought it was quite cool, because the garden, refers to Eden, and Eden is your imagination, and God put man in Eden so he can tend the garden. What's the garden? Your imagination. What's man? You consciously making choices and experiences and experiencing your desired reality no matter what's going on. So after I watched the garden, I started remembering, just later on in the day, in the evening when I was sleeping, well, whatever it was, I started remembering, oh, I was watering the garden. But I know fundamentally that what I'm remembering right now is very unlikely, and it is not the physical version of what I experienced myself doing in that moment. This is a new iteration of I am watering the garden. But at no point when I'm doing it in my imagination, just remembering it, would I ever consider that to have been something else. It's always I am watering the garden. That's exactly what it is. So, and each and every time it plays again and again and again and again, it's the same story, but it's a different version. But at no point does that version ever make me say it is another. It's referring to a different story. I am watering the garden. It's never. But here's the thing: when you are not watering the garden, even during that experience, and this is how we kind of see reality, right? I am watering the garden, but what are the implications of that you don't necessarily know how to do in the moment because you don't really think about it. You don't have that bird's eye greater awareness view. Your higher self does. What is that? Well, you're doing nothing at some point. Something happens and you have to go water the garden. Now what do you have to do? You have to go get the watering can. You have to go and get the water. You have to put the water in the can. You have to go down to where the garden is. You have to water the garden. Then you got to put the watering can back. All of those things are implied in I am watering the garden, or I am healthy, wealthy, free, and I am in love. All of the things that have to be accounted for, and somebody asked this, which was, do I have to be specific? Well, the specific thing is already there. You already know what the specificity of it is to lead you to your desired expression of that specific thing. It has to be. If you are, I am married, and you would only be married to somebody that you love, then experiencing falling in love will be part of I am married. That's the idea. So when you are doing I am, when you are experiencing I am holding the empty watering can, or I'm getting water, oh, there's no water now, I have to go and get water. At no point does I am watering the garden ever stop existing. So when you don't have money on you, when you're on your last $5 or whatever it is, when you can't afford the next month's subscription of something, when you can't fill petrol to go as far as you would like to go, you can't wake up and have a Sunday brunch out on the restaurant on the beach terrace or whatever it is. I just made up some things there. Those things at no point stop the reality of I'm healthy, wealthy, free, and I'm in love, in whichever way you are referring it to, stop existing. It just exists. It unfolds from within you. It doesn't matter. Because no matter how many times you thought about renewing your subscription or not renewing your subscription, that came up. It just came up in a reality experience. It inherently doesn't do anything. No matter how many times you remember it, it's the new version of a same story. All the scenes, the physical experiences, the affirmations, whatever, everything is unfolding as per the story. I am, whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm affirming, whatever I'm experiencing, in this example, watering plants, is just unfolding perfectly. Even if it is just, I don't have water to water the plants, it is the exact same thing. But if that version of you is doing that, every one of those things has to be actually taken care of. And those are the experiences of actual opposition in what we consider things to be opposite. And we come up with stories like, oh no, your reality is stabilizing into your experiencing. But that's bogus. How can reality be destabilized? It's just reality. Even if you are experiencing something that you consider destabilizing, reality must just exist stable in an experience of what you are experiencing destabilization. It's a new thing. It is a new thing. And we always do this. We have water, we have an empty cup, we have a cup and water. That's a new thing. It might be in our consideration coming from two other things, creating a third thing, but no, it is a brand new thing. Logically, for our time-space experiencing, we usually experience things coming together in that way, but it is a new thing on its own. The decision is the unfolding of that thing. It's not some old reality playing out, and it isn't a new reality playing in on top of it. It is literally who you are right now, unfolding perfectly for your experiencing of it. That decision, that this is who I am now, is a recognition of that stability. So whether you are experiencing something destabilized or not, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing of going on a holiday somewhere and you're on a bumpy road. That's just the bumpy road. It's not the new road blending in with an old one. It's just a bumpy road there. It doesn't change the destination. It's part of the unfolding. The more experiences, thoughts, and circumstances appear, the more clearly you see the reality you've chosen, though you don't use them as conditions. No matter what's going on, you're always seeing your reality, you're always filtering out your reality. That's how you know you've made a decision. With all of the other things, you haven't decided to bother with whatsoever. And you feel the opposite. You really feel the opposite of things. It can be something as simple as sitting in your current three-dimensional experience of your house. And you feel it. You feel that I'm still living in this house. I feel the wall. I feel the lights above me. I feel the kitchen. I feel everything. I feel the smallness of it. I feel even the difference of it. I feel everything about it. I feel every single thing about where I currently live right now, and for whatever reason, I know the reason, I am feeling absolutely the opposite of how I desire to feel. But what's that really mean? For an opposite to exist, something must already be active within you as a reference. Otherwise, there's no polarity. Otherwise, you wouldn't even feel the opposite. There's no opposite to, like, an actual opposite to, like, my guitar pick. Nothing. There's only no guitar pick there. That's the opposite, but I'm not feeling it. If I want, I feel it sometimes when that little bugger gets lost under a table somewhere, then I really feel it. But that's the point. There's no true opposite of a guitar pick not existing. So you can only feel the opposite through reference. For polarity. Nothing on its own has an opposite. Existence itself has no opposite, because it will be trying to find non-existence. And you can't find non-existence. It is self-explanatory as to why you can't find non-existence. It don't exist. And you have never not existed. And non-existence is not the same thing as, I can't remember before I was born, and I will unlikely remember after I am dead. No, that's not the same thing. That's I can't remember what was before I was born. That's different. But you can remember that I don't remember most of my life. I just know that I've always existed as existence. Reality, uses moments where the desired experience is not yet physically present but known internally to perceive the polarity of its own being. So while non-existence doesn't exist, infinity has an infinite number of ways to create the feeling of the opposite of whatever you desire, to reference itself experiencing what it desires. Otherwise, you wouldn't know what the feeling of what you desire actually is if you didn't desire and were knowing of it. If you didn't not know of it beforehand. Otherwise, you just know it. Because think about how many things you just inherently have that you usually take for granted until they seemingly are going back into potential and they're no longer part of your life. Then you suddenly think, oh, well, this thing that's been there all this time, I suddenly realize, oh, this is what that feels like. So I'm in my dream home is actually true, and the feeling of being in your current home creates a polarity of opposites that reveal the active knowing of I am. I am feeling what's alive within me. The feeling of opposites simply shows you that this truth is now alive within you. Otherwise, how would you know it's alive within you when you saw something that referred to it, or felt something that referred to it, and you didn't feel anything at all? And I don't mean feeling, I just mean a knowing to the very baseline. Whatever is actually unfolding for your life must be what you are currently experiencing as who you are and what you say reality is. So what are you experiencing? I am experiencing myself knowing I live in my dream home. I'm in my dream home, I'm in my dream relationship, I'm in my dream career, I am my dream life right now, no matter what I feel, because it's always referring me back to knowing. Being in your current home brings the feelings of opposites because it is referencing I am in my dream home. Otherwise, there would be no feeling at all. There wouldn't even be a recognition of something that you didn't feel. It doesn't mean every time you go into your house now you're going to feel topsy-turvy. It just means, oh yes, I understand and know I currently live here, but I also live here, and this is my choice. This is my choice and decision that I am this person that lives here, that is in this relationship, that has this amount of money, that is experiencing the unfolding and beings of this career, this life, this dream life that I am imagining right here and right now for myself is utterly who and what I say I am. And that is exactly who and what you are, regardless if you say it. Why? Because it must already exist infinitely. Each and every one of us must already exist in each and every one of us's dream life experience of reality. We just have to exist there. It just already exists. So you can never deny anyone anything. You can only deny yourself living in that reality as well. So when you see someone living their dream life, yeah, you existed in their dream life. They exist in your dream life. It's already there. It's already existing. It's already who you are. It's already reality. This was a little bit of a fun one because I had this whole thing prepared and I was like, let's shoot for the stars for a moment. So, thank you all for being here. Much love and much light. This is Real Reality with your host, me, Reese. Thank you all for being here. Much love. Comments, questions, shares, likes, subscriptions, following, and notification belling. Thank you so much for that and for joining the membership group as well. Feel free to drop a question in the comments section below, or you can send me an email anytime. Thank you for joining the TikTok page. Thank you for joining the Facebook group. Love and light, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.